analysis on trade. Yeah, so welcome everyone. We are live and the section is being recorded. So, welcome Crypto Kaba. Crypto Kaba is our coach for tonight, and I'm going to be giving him the floor to start the class section and the teaching for today. Crypto Kaba, are you with us so that I can mute my mic?
Yes, sure. I'm here.
So you have the floor.
Okay, thank you very much. So, good evening, everybody.
You're welcome.
I welcome you all to today's session on Introduction to Technical Analysis. For those who have been showing up for the classes, you would have known that I anchor some sessions too. And today we would be talking about Introduction to Technical Analysis. For those that don't actually know what I do, I'm a financial market analyst, a full-time trader also. So I'll be taking you through the introduction to technical analysis. And as CryptoSafu has said, in decentralized finance, also we need some aspect of technical analysis. Yeah, spot traders actually use technical analysis, or whatever trader that you want to be. We always use technical analysis. And trust me, when you stick to this place, we might be having something great, and it's something very, very beneficial. So we are going to talk about technical analysis. What is technical analysis? How to use technical analysis to trade, and a lot more this night. Though it's more of an introduction. So what is technical analysis? If you all could recall, I in the last session I talked about uh, metrics analogy. And when I talked about metrics analogy, I talked about fundamental analysis, I talked about technical analysis, and I show us example on the fundamentals, which are mainly the DeFi tools we use. And I made mention of the technical aspects, which we are not able to talk about. I just made mention of an application we use, which is the trading view. So tonight I'll be breaking down everything on technical analysis, and I'm sure it's going to be a game changer from here. So now, what is technical analysis? What is technical analysis? As you know, fundamental analysis is just you using the financial economy of a particular nation, or financial whatsoever that is going on in an economy, to analyze a particular asset. We use news, the economy, recession, whatsoever thing that is going on in fundamental analysis. But in technical analysis, it is different. In technical analysis, we may make use of price actions. And this price actions is being represented in what? Candlesticks. Yeah, we use candlesticks. And what is technical analysis? Technical analysis is just you analyzing what? A financial instrument to predict a future occurrence using what? Past prices. We use past prices to analyze whatever is going to happen in what? In the future. Now, take for example, let's say this particular call that was dropped. Yeah, this particular call here that was dropped on the channel. We can see that we that trade this particular calls. I don't know about technical analysis. We just entered the call. We saw that we have green line showing, and we saw a red line. When we see green lines, we say the market is pumping hard, and the rest is printing. And when we see a red line, we see, oh, it's dumping again. Yeah, these green candles, these green stuffs and the red stuffs are actually called candlesticks. And everything here is has its own language. It has the way of what reading it. When you understand what candlesticks is all about, you'll be able to read all of these things. You'll be able to know where to enter the market from, where to exit, or how to trade a particular financial instrument. And now, a lot of people see technical analysis as something very, very difficult. Meanwhile, technical analysis is very, very simple, not complicated, and straightforward. And there's something that do occur. We have a lot of people because we have forex traders, we have crypto traders, whatsoever trader that you have. Technical analysis is just something that bridge the both of them, that bring them together. The same way you trade your forex, that's just the same way we actually trade whatsoever crypto you can talk about. For those that trade futures trading, for those that short what was it called? For those that actually short these meme coins on MEXC exchange and the rest of them. Now, how do we use technical analysis to trade? Technical analysis just actually involves what? Technical analysis involves you using some particular price patterns, you using some chart patterns, you using different words, different instruments to analyze the market. Okay, thank God we have something visual already, but I'll immediately share my screen and show you some things. So moving forward, technical analysis, when you just hear the name, yeah, it's just technical analysis. And we use technical analysis to what? To analyze a particular financial instrument to what? To either get our entry, exits, or whatsoever thing. And now fundamental analysis and technical analysis works hand in hand. When you understand the concept of fundamental analysis and technical analysis, there is nothing. See, it's going to be a game changer as there is nothing that is going to what to stop you. Like you just see that you are milking the market, everything is working hand to hand. So CryptoSafu is already showing us something on this particular financial market, but let me see if we can share the screen. Okay, I think I can be able to share the screen with you, right?
Yes, yes, you can. But
Okay,
I can also stop mine.
okay, no problem.
Let me stop mine so that it don't get people confused. All
Okay,
right.
fine. So this is the trading view application, and the trading view application is just what we use to carry the tool we use in carrying out this particular what this particular technical analysis. Though for those that actually trade the forex market is still a financial market. Some of these people actually use an application we call MetaTrader 4. We all use this application to what to analyze. Now, take for example, I want to get the name of this coin we actually traded today. I think exchange exchange it. Let me search for it and I quickly show us some little things on it. Exchange. I don't think is here. I don't think we have it. Okay, let
Oh,
me just
sorry,
use.
sorry. CryptoSafu, you're not going to see the exchange there. It's a new token.
Okay,
You need to add just a
okay.
signal we drop in the group. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. So
Yeah,
let
yeah.
me
You
quickly
can make
use the likes of BTC. Let me use the likes of BTC
Is Bitcoin
USD.
not going to be too complex?
Mm,
Maybe.
okay,
Well,
just suggest any pair, any one at all. I can use anything.
let me look at the pair which is not having too much. Okay, you are using trading view. Almost all
Yes.
the coin there will be having. It's fine. Use BTC. It's fine.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So this is my trading view interface. And now, what do we do in technical analysis? You know, more of like the way we trade our DeFi, and you just see that we have a particular project, and this particular project, it came out, the marketing team is good, and everything is actually fine. You know, this particular project, what actually entails more in this project is just the community, the hype around it, and a lot of them. But now, when we have a very solid project, talking about crypto, when we have a particular solid project and is on trading view, it has been traded, it's been trading for a very long time, and you want to actually buy these assets on what? On spot, you can actually come here, you use your technical analysis, what's it called? A technical analysis skill, and you draw your lines and you interpret what different things, and what you get a perfect entry for what? For maximum profitability. Now, let's take, for example, this is Bitcoin. This particular lines you are seeing, it's called what? It's called the candlesticks. Whatever you are seeing here, this blue and ash color is called what? The candlestick. The candlestick. But now, when you download the Trading View application, yours won't actually be blue and ash color. It's going to be red and black. It's going to be red and black color. Yeah. And now we have different ways or different tools we use to carry out what our technical analysis. We have the support and resistance. We have the candlestick patterns. We have the trends. We have the support and resistance. We have different things. But I don't want to stay long on this particular call. What I'm going to do is I'll just be giving us something very, very valuable before I drop the mic tonight. And it's going to be what? Candlestick anatomy. I'll just be giving out this valuable content. So let me see. Something very, very valuable. Call it candlestick anatomy. So whenever a call is dropped, you'll be able to what? To read that particular candle. I'm coming candlestick anatomy. Yeah, candlestick anatomy. And what does candlestick anatomy talk about? Candlestick anatomy is just talking about what? Breaking down the whole candlestick. All those green and red candles that you are seeing on that particular DEX tools or whatsoever thing, those are what is called candlesticks. And now we have the green candle and we have the red candle. What does the green candle signify? The green candle actually signify a what? A bullish scenario. We have something of this nature. We have something of this nature. I'm trying to have a candlestick and dissect and break everything down for each and every one of you. Now, this is what a green candle. That particular green candle you are seeing, that when it's going up, you say price is pumping. This is it. And we have a red candle. A what? A red candle, which is what? The bearish candle. This is just how it looks like. I'm not going to take time because it's just an introductory stuff. Yeah, this is it. And this is what we call the candlestick. Now, this particular point where we have this red candle, where the red candle is starting from, this fully boxed point to the last point, is called what? The candlestick body. It's called what? The body of the candle. Now, these thin lines you are seeing, this up one and this down one, is called the wick of the candle. These thin lines you are seeing, this thin line here, these thin lines that you can see that cuts across the candle is what is called the wick, while the fully boxed part is called what? The body of the candle. Same thing apply here. This thin line that you see that is vertical on this candle is called what? Is called the wick, while the main body, this box here, this full green box, is called the body of the candle. Now there's a way to actually read the bullish candle and the bearish candle. The green candle is the bullish candle, while the red candle is the bearish candle. Now, when we want to look at it, look at this point. There is what we call how the candlestick forms. Now, the green candle forms from what? From bottom to the top. Now, the down part of this candle is what we call what? We call it the opening of the candle. The opening of the candle, which is down, we call it the opening of the candle. We call it the opening of the candle. I'm coming. The opening of the candle, while the up part is what? Is the closing of what? The closing of the candle. The closing. Now, the wick actually has what they are representing. If you should see a wick, a very long wick at the top of a market, or a very thin line, the thin line upward is just showing the highest points that price has ever gotten to. The highest points that price got to at that moment. And the lowest points, the lowest line that is showing below, is just showing the lowest points that price had ever gotten to. Now, the body of the candle is signifying where price started from and where price stopped. Now, this highest points that price got to is not where that particular candle closed from. There's what we call time frame analysis. And now, time frame analysis is just talking about how these candles are being formed. Same thing applies for this red candle. The upper wick and the down one is just showing the highest points that price got to and the lowest points that price got to. But on this bearish candle, which is this red candle, the candle forms from what? Top to bottom, because you know it's bearish. When we have a bearish price action, this is how it occurs. We see price going down, price moving in a downward direction, going down. And you know the way it's supposed to form is that from up towards to down. So talking about the bearish candlestick, the bearish candle, this is how it starts forming. The bearish scenario, or that particular candle, start forming from what? Up, which is what? The opening of the candle, opening of the candle, and the down part is called what? The down of the body is called what? The closing of the candle. Coming, I don't want to take much time on this call. I just want to just show us something interesting. So the down is the closing. Now let me quickly move to my charts and show you something very important. Now this particular candle, this blue candle, is what? My bullish candle. Although, to reduce the confusion, let me quickly do something here. We would all see it right away. Okay, let me clear all of this. So now we can see that we have what? We have green and what? And red candle. And what I explained to you is that we have the candle wick, the wick of the candle, which is these thin lines you are seeing up and down, and the main body of the candle, which is what? From the boxed aspect. And what did I explain? I told you that the body of the candle, if it's a bullish candle, which is the green candle, how does it form? It forms from what? From bottom to what? To top. Now, if this particular green candle, if this particular candle here, this red candle, finish forming, then we have this next green candle. And this green candle starts forming from where? From this point. This body, where the body starts from, this particular point, that is where that green candle start forming from. Because this is what? The down part is the opening, and the up part is the what? Closing. Now look at this red candle you are seeing here. This particular red candle you are seeing here, you can see that it start forming from what? From top to bottom. That is why we have the upper part called the opening and we have the down part closing. And you can see the wick below. The wick below is just showing the last price or the lowest point that price got to before we start having the bullish movement. So let me not bore you or get you into something very, very plenty. We'll stop here for today. Though we are still going to have more sessions and you get to learn a lot. Now, take a look at this red candle that is forming. Now, see what happened here. This green candle started forming. It started forming from this point, low here, to this point. And now, see where that candle closed from. You know, I told you that a green candle opens from below and close at the top. Now look at where it's closed, this particular line. See where I'm pointing, where that body of the candle is. That is the closing. Now look at this red candle. The red candle, the upper part is the what? The opening, and the down part is the closing. Now see where the candle opened from, this line, and see the closing. This particular candle has not closed. It still remains, it still has 5 hours plus to close. You can see that that timer at that point is still counting. So after these 5 hours, the candle, we don't know how price will close, but anyway it wants to close, then you see that this particular candle stops there and a new candle starts forming. But don't forget, the high points and what the low points are the wicks, the highest points and what the lowest point. So I'll quickly stop here, and since it's just an introduction to technical analysis, some other time we might have to talk more on this particular topics. But when you look at this I showed you, I just explained it now. See, look at it. As I said, the red candle opens from what? The upper part and close at the lower part, while the green candle going upward, it's formed from what's bottom to top. So this is where I'll be stopping today. I just want to show you all what technical analysis entails, just a bit of it, something very simple, something very, very simple. So I'll be stopping here for today, and trust me, we are coming to learn more, but this is just the beginning. So I'll leave the mic to CryptoSafu if he has something for us before we close the session.
All right, thank you so much, Crypto Cover. I personally have been trying to, study some things on what you've been teaching, and trust me, it is an important information you've just dropped there. So, I would like to, just before I proceed with some information I want to pass across, try to just prepare the question that we are going to ask everyone, and we need the fastest and correct answers to be dropped in the group. So, Crypto Cover, just type the question and drop it in our group. So I'm going to announce it out, and yeah, everyone, immediately you see the question, just type your answer, drop it in the group, then we can pick the winner from there for the giveaway. So
Okay, I'll do that now.
all right, thank you. So I believe all of us now understand what candle means when we are talking about uh, doing some technical analysis on trade. So, and if you were lucky to join the trade signal we dropped yesterday, it is another opportunity for you to use that particular trade to check on some things that we've talked about today, like trying to see candles. But trust me, don't really get too attached or emotional to candles so you don't burn your candle. I'm just joking about that. So, but it is important for you to check some other trade uh, information and researches, such like we used on yesterday trade. What we used were two things. We checked the liquidity, the number of orders, the marketing status, and also we check on um, the current market condition of the token. So we notice that it is already on dip and it is the best time to. Okay, so let me give you guys some minutes to quickly drop the answer to the question in the group. So we need the fastest answer. Just answer it just as you understand. Don't try to Google to search for answer so you don't get it too complicated. So how does the bearish red candle forms? That's the question. And what does the wick represent? Right. So thank you all for dropping your answers to the group. Yeah. So I'm going to share my screen as well. So we look at yesterday trade too. All right. So thank you everyone for dropping your answers. Yeah, that is a great one. Yeah. So we'll give everyone 2 minutes more to drop their answers. 2 minutes more. So at Crypto Kaba, if you want us to stop receiving answers, you can let me know.
Okay, I think I've seen the answers. I don't know. I don't think there's anybody still typing, but I actually love the replies I'm seeing. It means everybody is actually following, but everybody actually tried, and I love how it is. So the winner for tonight, I
You can just
should
try to pick
be
the fastest person that dropped the answer that is more correct
okay,
what you are
okay,
expecting. Yeah, because
okay.
there
So
might be a tie on this. So we have stopped receiving any answers. So maybe you can just drop your answer for other
okay, good.
opinions.
Now,
Yeah.
now, I want to clarify something. The week actually, yes, it represents the height. When you talk about height, it's actually correct. But what I'm expecting as an answer is that the week represents the highest points or the highest price, or the down part of the week represents the lowest points of what's the price. And Queen actually got it. Yeah, Queen got it. The bearish candles form from top to bottom. Yeah, yeah. I think Queen actually got it. And kudos to Daniela too. I saw what she did there. She's on point and very, very on point. Everybody actually did try, and all answers are on point. But I think Queen actually got it very, very fast. So thank you
Okay.
very much
So
too,
Queen
and thank you
was
much.
the
Thank you
fastest.
very much.
But
Yeah, yeah.
hold on, CryptoSafu. You asked for two questions.
Yeah,
Are you
yes.
expecting just one answer?
Two answers. And what I did was that Daniela first dropped one person first answered how the candle was formed. But if we should check it, Queen
Mhm.
first answered that the bearish candle forms from top to bottom, and the other part, which is the weak aspect, she was on point, and she was the first that answered very fast. So that
For the
was
two
why,
questions.
yeah, yeah, for the two questions.
Okay,
So
good.
that
So
is you.
Queen is our winner for tonight, right?
Yes, sure, sure. She's the one. She's the winner for today.
Okay, so congratulations to Queen. You are the winner for tonight's giveaway, and we really appreciate you. So what you have to do for us is to drop your address on the group. So drop your address, your BSC address. So you'll be receiving BMB. Your address starting with 0x. I believe you know what to send to us. So drop your address, then let us all congratulate you for attempting the question nicely and very fast. So that is a good performance from you. We really, really appreciate that. So just to wrap up this, you all can see the trade we dropped yesterday and how the movement of the trade have gone so far. So just like I've said most things that we used in trying to check out information on the trade. So it is just all about trying to know what to look out. So this is the candle we all spoke about. There are still other form of things here that we are still going to talk about, but for now we've discussed about the candles. So that is much important for us to study for now. So then, when we proceed, just like one important thing is you need to know is just that whether you are doing your technical analysis correctly or not, you need to consider some other important factors before you summarize the need for you to enter a trade. So please take note of that and don't forget your investment decision is always yours. So thank you everyone for joining tonight. We are already organizing CryptoSafu Army. It's going to be a strong army for all of us to participate in if you are interested, which is going to make sure that we have a very strong presence online and just for us to appreciate everyone who are trying their best to make sure that this community is growing and is being built with a lot of success. So if you wish to join, DM at Revotech to add you up, and yeah, that is just the procedure for now, and you get other information on it. So we have a lot of people on this call who already joined, but if you haven't joined, then you have the opportunity to join. So we congratulate Queen once again, and this is an open floor for anyone who is having any question for us to ask on this class section before we wrap it up for today. So if you have a class section, you have the opportunity to unmute and yeah, let's have you talk about anything bothering your mind. So do we have anyone with any questions? So let me stop sharing my screen. So we are going to be streaming better. All right, cool. So the floor is open. If you have any question, you are free to ask. I'm going to mute my mic, then you can unmute to ask your question. Or you have anything you want to speak about.
Hello, good evening, class.
Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening,
Yeah,
David.
can
We are
anybody
with you.
hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, I came in late, but congratulations, Queen. So, coach, for that, for the week, I noticed some close earlier, while some close longer, depending on the opening and the closing. You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I get what you are trying to say. Now, let me explain something. The weeks, right? I said it's the weeks are just showing you the highest price or at the highest point where price got to at that particular time, or the lowest point that price got to at that particular time. Now, the thing there is that those weeks before week are actually formed, they open as what? As a body, like a full candle. When a new candle is formed, and now when price actually gets to that particular point, the opening price and the closing price is the main body of the candle. So when this price actually opens, when the price actually opens, right, the body of the candle remains at where it is opening. Then price can actually push upward to create that particular wick, which is the highest point. And now let me explain something to you. That particular closing, the bullish candle opens from what? Bottom to top. Now, when the candle is opening, immediately that candle is formed, anywhere it starts from, that will be the opening. That will be the opening. Then it can go lower. When it go lower, it has not closed. There's a particular timing to each candlestick, depending on the time frame that you are. If you're on the 1 hour time frame, each candle actually opens every one hour. So that particular hour, when that candle opens, the bottom is the opening, which is where the main box start forming. Now the price can push lower. When it push lower, it has not closed. It can push lower or to go at any point. You can see that before a candle actually closes at that time, it can be bearish, it can be a red candle. But as times goes on, before that time close, buyers can come into the market and the candle can become more green. Now, when price is going lower and it goes as low as it wants, that is where the wick is formed, the low is formed. So anywhere it went as low or as high it went to, that is the representation of those wicks. So the wicks can be longer than each other. And you see that some parts, say some particular candles, they might have wick at the top and they will not have wick at the bottom. That means they don't have, price did not go lower. When the candle just formed, it just went up and price went as high as it wants to, but it did not just stay there, it reduced a bit. Then the candle now closed, and that is where the body will stop. So that is just the logic behind it. Do you get?
Yeah, I get it. But in some trades, I see that the wick start to form, then it goes back, then it closes. It didn't form anything. Then it opens another one again after the one that just opened. Then it start to pump either going bearish or bullish.
Okay, let me
I don't know why it opened, then came down back, closed.
now it did not came back closed. I think I'll need more time to still explain, but let me quickly show you something. Quickly, let's see. Now look at something. Let me break this down. Look at this particular red candle I'm pointing on. This particular one. Can you see this particular red candle I'm pointing on? This one
Yeah,
here.
I can see it.
Yeah, this one with a very long wick, right? This one with a
Yes.
very long wick. Now, let me show you something. When this red candle, this small red candle here closed, are you listening? When the red candle closed, right?
Yes.
Now, when this particular red candle closed and this one starts forming, this is the opening of that candle. The red candle forms from what? Top to bottom. Now,
Yes.
this is where it starts forming. This is where the new one formed. Because see the previous one, this is where it closed from. Then this one start opening from here. Now, when it start opening from here, the opening price starts from here. When it starts from anywhere it starts from, it's just magnet there. And that is what? The opening price. Now, when it's opened, price pushed up to what? This extent. And now when this price is pushing upward, it might be a green candle before, though it pushed upward as high as this point. Are you following? It pushed as high as what? As this point. That does not change that this is the opening. Now, this particular point that move up to this extent is this one that closed at this point, that closed at this box point here below. But it was pushing up before, then it was pushed down to this point, the wick. You can see where the wick stopped. It was pushed to this point. though it's closed at this point, the green, this particular place that this green start forming. Talk for example like this one that has not closed, that is still forming here. Now let me tell you, this is where it start opening from. This up points, this box points, it start opening from here. So price went as high as this to create this wick. That is showing us that this is the highest point that candle went to. Now as it's pushing downward, this wick that is created here is the lowest point that price has ever gotten to. But now price has ever gotten to 30,148. But now price is currently at 30,200, meaning the candle has not closed, but the lowest price that it has ever gone to is 30,100. Don't be surprised. Probably later today, if you check it, you might just see that this candle has went down and creates another wick and closed at some point. So that is how it formed. Do you get? But each candle has its highest and lowest points, and the highest and lowest point are just the wicks. Look, this green candle now, this is the highest point. This is the lowest point, and this is the opening of the candle, this is the closure of the candle, and a new green candle start forming from here. It's closed at this point, it's opened here, it's closed at this point, it's opened here, it's closed at this point. When it's closed at this point, this red candle start opening from here, it's closed at this point here. But before it's closed here, it went as high as this point, and that is just the basic logic behind it. Do you get it clearly now?
Yeah, I get it clearly now.
So that is it. So CryptoSafu, you can actually continue now.
All right, thank you, Crypto Kaba. That was still another very good explanation you dropped there, and yeah, we are grateful for that. And I hope it answers David's question concerning his concerns on what he's asking about. So here we are going to be rounding this up, or unless we have another person who is having a question, we can give just a person another opportunity to ask any questions or whatever thing you want to drop. Yeah, we can allow that before we close today's section. And also, just to chip it in, we are going to be having our trader space tomorrow, and just like it was so interesting yesterday, the previous day, it is going to be another interesting section tomorrow. So don't forget to join. We are going to drop the information on it immediately in the group so that we all can set a reminder to join the Twitter space. And if you are yet to follow us on Twitter, just go to our Get CryptoSafu, then just try to follow us. We are going to drop information about the Twitter space early enough for all of us to participate. So what we are going to be doing is talking about each and everyone experience about crypto. So it is a section which is very, very interesting for everyone to participate and just hear different people experience whatever they've gone through in crypto. So yeah, for us to quickly wrap this up, we are going to give an opportunity for anyone who is interested in asking any question to ask now. Then we can wrap it up and call it a day for tonight. So I'm going to mute my speaker. Anyone who is ready to speak, you can either signify or you unmute your mic to speak. So congratulations once again to Queen. Starbossy, do you have anything for us?
Actually, I I was following up on the lecture, but so many things look very, very complicated. But I want to believe when it comes to technical analysis, it's not something that someone can understand in a day. So I want to believe that as the class keep going on, I want to believe I will catch up. So let me just look on to maybe another lecture. So because it get to some point I was confused, but I believe probably when another lecture comes on technical analysis, I'll be able to catch up where I'm lost. And thanks for the lecture. It's really educating.
All right, thank you, Starbussy. So, don't really stress yourself too much about it. It is just something like it's just as a view and having more technical in depth on checking how a trade is going. So we are still going to bring up more classes to explain further. So for now, what you can do is we are going to release a recap of today's section. We upload it on our YouTube. So you can just try to watch it again anytime you are free and try to understand better. And maybe doing some personal research can also further boost your knowledge about it too. So it is just about, having information about something, and information is very, very powerful and key to success. So it is important that we have this knowledge as we proceed on whatever things we are bringing on board into the community. So we gradually improve and switch to add more interesting topics as we proceed. So thank you everyone for joining. We don't want to waste our time too much on this course section. We are going to be having a Twitter space tomorrow. We want everyone to be there, and we appreciate everyone's support and participation so far. So thank you. Good night.